What's up, everybody? Good evening again to all the people that was watching my stream this morning. Probably nobody. It was 99% Vietnamese, but good evening. Good evening, folks. We're back. We're back on YouTube. As you can see, Vitaliy Patsura is back to Indiana hitting balls. He came here 2 days before the tournament in Puerto Rico that we're flying to on Friday, and we'll be practicing playing probably multiple disciplines. What's up, Houston? What's up, Jack? What's up, guys? Ike, Ike, I sent you the package earlier today. Sorry for a little delay. And I think the first set I will have Jason Sort commentating with Christina. Christina is here. See that pretty girl? Yeah, she'll be commentating as well. Most likely, both of us, me and Vitala, will be driving everything into the rail, so don't go hard on us and share the stream. We appreciate every support we can get. And if we have any issues with the stream, don't go hard on us as well. We'll try to fix everything as soon as we can. All right, I'm going downstairs. I'll hit some balls before we start. I think we're gonna start with 10 ball, probably play a race to 10, and yeah, then I'll be back here, chat with you guys, and see what we do next. See you later.
Yeah. Got to do a little bit of adjusting there, Christina.
Yeah.
All right. I think they're going to get started here. Federer's going to hit a few balls. Italy's been taking this awfully serious.
I know. He lives in Chicago, and unfortunately, he doesn't have good conditions to practice, like new cloth and clean balls, in order to be able to get ready for a tournament like Puerto Rico. So he's, as you see, taking all the advantage he has to get used to these conditions.
Yeah, nothing worse than dirty balls and bad conditions.
Exactly.
Oh, we had to start it off right, Christina. Come on, here we go. We're going to have a little fun. They are racing to 10. They're going to play some 10 ball. So let's talk about the events that are going to be happening in Puerto Rico. You know all about it, right?
Yes. So there's going to be multiple events. There's going to be Women World 10 Ball Championships. There's going to be a Scotch Double Invitational Tournament. Me and Feder's going to play, and Vitaliy is going to play with Wei Wei.
That's a pretty good team.
Yeah, Wei Chen from Taiwan, and I actually think they're very similar style playing. If you notice, they're very smooth, very long stroke. I think this is going to be definitely a dangerous team. But to be honest, all those teams are very tough. So, yeah, and man's going to play Puerto Rico Open. This is not going to be WPA sanctioned event. That's why some players like Federer can play this tournament. And also they're going to have a new tournament, new format. It's going to be Challenge of Champions, I think. There's going to be 3 world championships of champions of this year. So it's Carla Biado, who won 10 ball in Vegas. Joshua Filler won 8 ball, and Federer won 9 ball. So they're going to all challenge each other. I think there's going to be like a
round robin. They're going to play round robin,
I
8 ball,
so.
9 ball, 10 ball, right?
So there's going to be a pretty long event. So it's pretty exciting. And all of that, it's going to be free to watch. You just have to tune in World TV, I think, or
Are we live? Are they starting? I think they're
I
starting.
think they're practicing.
No, I don't
No?
think so. I think we're underway
okay.
here, Federer.
Sorry, guys.
And we are doing, obviously in Puerto Rico, it's referee rack 10 ball.
Yes.
You can break wherever you want, but it's oftentimes not a good rack for 10 ball. Obviously, the players have the ability to rack their own. They're trying to make the balls behind the one, but with a referee rack, you'll see a lot of players breaking from the long rail trying to cut the one in the side. And you see a lot of really ugly racks, kind of like this one, Christina.
Yeah, this is actually not as bad as it could be
Right.
sometimes. So yeah, I actually think I like it better like this when there's no uh, magic rack. It's just a lot more moving in a game, a lot more knowledge and skills involved rather than just break and run.
Yeah, 10 ball is one of those games. If the break is tough, you get to see a lot of different pool.
Yes.
You get to see a lot of kicking, a lot of safety play, a lot of maneuvering through the rack, and obviously a big advantage for Federer in a lot of these situations whenever he gets to play referee rack 10 ball. I know that the Pro Billiard Series with Predator was not all of the pros' favorite event because of the format, racing to
Yes.
three, but
Four.
racing to four, best of three sets,
Yes.
right? And but Federer won a few.
Yes, it's. I mean, obviously, it's very random, as a lot of people think. But if you look at top 16 finishes, it's always top players. There's
Right.
no random players anyway. So yeah, I don't think it's just completely random thing. Anyway, you need to have some skills in order to win an event like this.
Yeah, you have to be able to do it all, and there's a lot more luck on the break in this format for
Yes,
certain, which I
absolutely.
kind of like it. I like the format. I've always said it. I prefer 10 ball over nine. I think you get to see a lot more pool, and you get to see a lot more skill and strategy.
Yes. So
That
I think it.
strategy, I think, is
Yeah.
the biggest
Yeah.
factor that extra ball brings in.
Exactly. I think it benefits generally the player who are more developed in all areas of pool, like kicking and jumping and breaking, right? So,
Right.
and I think Federer, the reason why Federer been very successful at those tournaments, because I think because of the banks he's playing, one pocket, he's very uh, knowledgeable and he's very good in all areas of the game. So yeah, we're gonna increase the mic volume, right?
Yeah, let us
Maybe.
know. Is that mic volume a little better? Sorry out there. But yeah, you're exactly right. Federer 10 ball is definitely his game.
Somebody's asking any update on when the jump and signature cues are coming out.
Yeah, I believe the jump cue's already out um, and available to order, and the playing cue is soon to come.
All right, we have better mic volume.
Yeah,
So
thank you, David. Thank you for the feedback.
and thank you, Kaylee, congratulating me on winning the rail yard tournament. It was very fun to play at your own pool room. It's nice for a change not to travel anywhere.
Yeah, there's nothing better than sleeping in your own bed.
Exactly.
Big advantage.
Yeah.
And Federer off to the races here.
Do you know what they're racing to?
They're racing to 10.
Okay.
They're racing to 10 or until somebody breaks their cue.
Yeah, we just changed our clothes like a couple days ago, so it's brand new clothes. And yeah,
4-inch pockets.
4-inch pockets.
This table made me quit pool. Tell you what, the difference between a 4 1/4 and a 4-inch pocket is tremendous. I don't think you have to play on it to experience it. It doesn't sound like that big of a difference, but when you start trying to play on 4-inch pockets, you cannot miss. You have to be on the right side of the ball. You can't really drive stuff up the rail to get back in line. If you fall out of line, oftentimes you just have to take the medicine and shoot the shot from where it's at and try to recover in a few
Yeah.
shots. It's usually much tougher on this equipment to recover in one shot if you miss position.
Especially if cloth wearing out a little bit and it's a little bit humid. Sometimes during the winter, it's getting pretty humid here. So, oh, we're having a visitor back. Feather Gorse.
The volume up?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
get the
did.
volume up,
That's all good.
and we got rack number 1.
You can also switch in between the scenes, remember?
Oh, yeah, sorry. We had you guys on a bad view there. We're going to get you on the main view now. Zoom in a little bit. Let you look at that beautiful hair there in the middle of the screen. If you guys don't
Best
know,
hair pool.
Mr. Patsura is famous for a few things, Christina. One is being the driver. When he first came over here, he had a driver's license and Feder did not. So he was driving Feder around everywhere, and probably a much safer trip having Vitaliy drive as opposed to Feder. Feder's not very crafty behind the wheel
Yet, at least.
yet. He needs
We're
a little bit
hoping.
more practice. But so he was first when he came to the States, he was known as the driver because he was driving Feder around everywhere, and we were trying to get him action, so we wanted everybody to think he was just driving. But now he's definitely known for the best hair in pool. I mean, look at that thing. Just look at the hair. Look at it.
Actually, it takes a lot of time and effort to put something like this on.
That hair?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Can you imagine how many hours a day he spends on that thing? Look at that. Look how shiny it is.
Well, not hours, but at least you have to wash your hair every day
Mm.
and then fix it and blow dry it. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. But what I really like are those blue jean shorts. You know what we call those things in the States?
what
Do you all have a nickname for them in Russia?
for Vitaliy?
For blue jean shorts. See the
No.
shorts he's wearing? They're blue jean. You know what we
No.
call those things here?
Mm.
Jorts.
Jorts.
Yeah, and they're not really in
Or
style.
jorts?
Jorts. Jorts. Jean shorts. Like
Oh,
if you mix
jorts.
jeans and shorts, jorts.
Gotcha. It's actually pretty funny how different the fashion here versus overseas. Because I don't know if you remember, guys, Feder used to have this big dad grilling shoes.
The lawnmower 3000s.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like everyone, especially in Asia, this is the trend. Everybody was wearing it, and I was telling Feder, yeah, it's like so, like popular, and he was wearing it in Russia, being like super stylish, and then we moved here, and everybody started suddenly making fun of him.
Yeah, but in a
So-
good way though. Everybody liked them.
Yeah,
What do we call them? His 9-ball shoes, or was it his 1-pocket shoes? He won a bunch of tournaments in those
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Big
Yeah.
white shoes. Yeah, the style is definitely a little bit different.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some Americans that wear jorts, but they're usually not the coolest of people.
Well, don't judge the book by its cover.
I mean, Vitaliy. I mean, look, if you look as good as Vitaliy, look at him bending over the table here with that nice hair. He can wear whatever he wants.
Exactly. Okay, we have a question in the chat. Oh, wow, this.
Are we counting early 10s? Does that give him the rack? We'll
I
see
think
here.
so.
We're going to figure it out. Is the
If it's
10 ball the
Predator-
money ball?
If it's Predator rules, then it should. But
No early 10s here.
okay. So, do you know any reasons why Feder puts the extension on and off on his cue? Well, we can only guess, even if you ask him.
Sometimes he just looks it a little longer, that's all.
Yeah. Well, it's probably because of the balance. He likes the balance a lot more with a little extension. That leaked out. And on certain shots, he needs to take it off in order to be able to execute certain shot like this. When, for example, cue ball is on the rail, that's why he is taking it off, because he doesn't need extra weight on the back of his cue when the cue ball is on the rail. Well, hopefully it makes some sense for you.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with the bridge, right? How close the bridge hand is to the
Yeah.
ball.
Mm-hmm.
If the bridge hand is close to the ball, he doesn't want the extra weight, but if he has a longer bridge, it changes the balance point.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of it's just feel, right?
Yeah. And every player have, their own little funny things. So,
Yeah, nice shot there. Overran position by just a small margin, but this table is fast, like you said. Brand new cloth. I think it's 3 days old. 4-inch Pro-Am diamond pool table here. Very, very tough conditions. I was watching a few racks before I came up. with you and Vitaliy, and man, it's sliding. This table's not
Slides a lot.
easy.
That's true.
Not easy right now.
What is the temperature in the room? It's usually about 75 right now. Sometimes it can get up to 80 when it's summer, but we're trying to cooling it down. And usually tournament rooms are most of the time very cold. Like if you pay attention, most of the players always wearing long sleeves under the shirt. It's a little bit tough to cool down the room to that point. So now we don't really try to maintain same conditions, imitate.
Yeah, but it's pretty dry. You see the
Yeah, it's
dehumidifier there in the top right of your screen. Somebody's saying have them pronounce Vitaliy the right way. It's the redneck way for me. Look, we're in southern Indiana here. It's Vitaliy because I don't know how to pronounce it.
same as fatter, but if you like pronounce his name on native language, either Ukrainian or Russian, it's going to be Vitaliy. But we call him Vitaliy, just a short way between us. So
What we
and
got there?
for Feder, it's not Feder, but it's Fyodor. But obviously, it's very tough to pronounce. So, Feder it is.
Feder is much easier.
Yes. Like when my dad came in America, my dad's name is in Russian, it's Oleg. But obviously, again, it's very tough to pronounce. So, people just call him, you start calling him just OG.
OG.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, your dad, I've never seen anybody like him. It's no wonder that you're a good player because he is dedicated to the game of pool.
If I would be at least 20% as crazy as him, I'd be a world champion by 15 years old.
How old is your dad?
He's 47, 48. He's very young. So
Yeah, but he grinds. For a 48-year-old, he just never stops. I don't know
and
how he did it.
He just loves, if he loves something, it's just, this, you have to have this obsessive type of personality. And
To be good at pool.
to be good at anything.
Well,
Sometimes
to be
not
good
to-
at pool,
to be good at
for
pool,
certain
but
you do.
like if you want to be great at something, usually it's either super hardworking people or like crazy personality,
OCD, right.
addicting personality. So my dad he's like obviously not addicted to anything, but
He's addicted to pool.
he's addicted to pool. So and it's crazy.
And Feder off to a quick start here in the race to 10, up 2-0. They are playing 10-ball rack for each other, so it is going to be a slugfest. They're not going to be giving each other good racks. We aren't going to see very many break and runs, but I don't think you will either in the Pro Billiard Series tournament in Puerto Rico that they're preparing for. So you got to practice like you're going to play, and in Puerto Rico, they're not going to have the ability to rack their own balls, so why not have your opponent slug you? We know the referees are gonna.
Exactly.
So, and it is a wood rack with the referees, I believe.
It's plastic actually.
Yeah, well, plastic, but it's not a template,
No,
is what I meant.
no.
So it's not going to be a perfect tight rack every time with the template.
Actually, I before those tournaments, I used to play with magic rack and practice trying to break. But then when you use a magic rack, it's always a certain pattern of the balls, and it's really hard to imitate the same patterns on the tournament when you use a actual wooden rack. So it was a big mistake from me to start with, because it's absolutely different patterns that you run into only on tournaments, and then you're suddenly like have no idea what to do because you've never seen patterns in Tinville like this. So it was very helping for me to change to practice with wooden rack. Obviously it's a lot tougher break, but at least patterns are more familiar for you when you're going to play like this in a tournament.
Yeah, there's usually a lot of clusters in this format. You'll see a lot of people breaking from the long rail. Ooh. And that shows you right there how tight this table is, Christina. He did not, I mean, he didn't make the ball, but he didn't hit it that bad. On most tables, that ball falls.
Yeah,
And
but not on this one.
he was trying to cheat it just a little bit so he didn't have to use as much power to get back to the 7. Shot it just a little bit too wide. We'll see if Big V, the driver, can get out here. He's 4 balls away from getting his first rack in this race to 10. Why not give your opponent a good rack? Asked Bob. What do you say?
Why not? Obviously, you have to try your best, but it's really tough, especially on a brand new cloth and sliding balls, like clean balls, to give your opponent a very good rack, just because it's tough to rack, you know.
Yeah, it's tough to rack, and not only that, in 10 ball, there's a special way to rack that is very offensive, and you're not going to take the time to give your opponent the offensive 10 ball rack
Yeah.
for certain. You'll try to get them tight, which is the best that you can do. But if you get them tight, usually their best chance is going to be the ball traveling around 4 rails in 10 ball. Meanwhile, Big V looking to cut the deficit to 1 here.
Okay, guys, they do not have anything in the middle. It's a friendly match. Maybe whoever loses might wash the dishes, but I doubt that because it's always on me. So maybe a dinner.
I would say they'll just be talking a little bit of shit. Whoever wins will be talking a little bit of shit. Feeling a little good tonight. Yes, they are 4-inch pockets.
Will I use the cut break on the 10 ball in Puerto Rico on Predator tables? I will absolutely do that because it's not a big secret that I'm not capable of breaking super hard. And it doesn't make sense to try to go break from the middle unless you've practiced on this table and you know that this table racks really good, which doesn't really happen often. So I will do a cut break, and if this not gonna work, probably I'm gonna do. I don't know if you can say it out loud, like try to do a safety break.
Yeah, I mean, listen, a lot of people do.
I mean, not like like slow, like
Yeah,
soft breaking, but just trying to bring the cue ball on the short rail.
yeah. I mean, you're trying to leave the cue ball in a tough spot. So if you do not deposit a ball, you're leaving your opponent tough. But it's very, very, very tough to find a break in this format where you make a ball consistently and have a shot. So you will not see a lot of players break from the dead center unless they have a ton of power. I think you will see like Kachi and Shane, maybe people that just have a little bit more power in their back arm that have the ability to really smack the rack. You'll see them go in from the center and try to do something offensive. But most people are going to be breaking from the long rail, and I would say a big majority of the players are doing something pretty safe. Pretty safe. Not a safety break per se, but they're not going to sell out. If you break from the middle and you don't make the ball, the one ball is going to lay up in the corner, and you're going to sell out the rack.
Yeah, and it's generally, as I said in the beginning, it's going to be a lot easier layout, wide open table usually. When you break from a side, it's as we mentioned, it's a lot of clusters. It's a lot of traffic on a table, so it's a lot just safer also to break from a side. And this is actually what Alex Bogeline, for instance, he always tried to do a safety break because he doesn't have a lot of power as well. So it's a smart thing to do. Just try to use whatever you get, and not trying to jump over your head.
Yeah, I mean you have to do what your skill set allows you to do. If you have a ton of power like Kachi or Shane, obviously you want to break from dead center, right?
Yeah, and as you see, when Kachi won World 10 Ball Championships in 2023, okay, we turn it up a little bit. Let us know if it's any better. So yeah, when he won world championships versus FSR, this is exactly what he was breaking. But his break is unbelievably hard. So
FSR.
oh, Kachi and
Kachi, yeah.
FSR too, but
But Kachi has the hardest break, I
yeah, but
believe.
he was breaking from a center of a table, consistently making balls, random balls. But if you
Yeah,
break that hard,
that's exactly right. So that's what I was going to say. So if you have Kachi or SVB, um, they're not going to make a ball consistently the same, but they're going to consistently make a ball because of all the power. They're going to get collisions and they're going to make balls just from all the power that they generate and have the balls moving around the table quickly.
exactly. So, uh-oh, that was a little bit too hard. You can actually see both players are kind of struggling with the speed a little bit.
Yeah,
Better.
I was going to say this is a really good practice. You cannot duplicate by yourself what it is to play against another really good player.
Mm-hmm.
Just the push out situations, the safety spots.
Yeah, and generally dynamic of the game. I I've experienced that myself a lot, where you just practice, practice, practice by yourself, and everything feels great. You can keep the focus and you figure out everything. But then when you go play a tournament, it takes a game or two to kind of like enroll in the game, enroll in a tournament, and sometimes you don't have this luxury of not playing 100% your best game at the first or second game. So it's very important to try to play at least a little bit before the tournament.
I think he's going to be a little short here.
No, I think it's perfect.
He got there. So we'll get to see a jump shot here, Christina. See what Federer's known for. It's taking a little longer than I thought. Only 3 racks in.
Yeah, it might take some time.
Yeah, we're about 10 minutes of rack.
It's actually, again, imitates tournament conditions pretty good, because if you watch, again, 10 ball wooden rack, sometimes it takes forever to finish the game.
Yeah, especially in this format. I've seen a lot of long racks with referee rack and players breaking from the long rail. And Vitaliy looking to tie it up here.
It's actually very pleasant to watch Vitaliy play. If you notice, as I said, his stroke is so smooth, and it's just like a hot knife in a butter.
Yeah.
It's very nice to watch him play. He can be slow sometimes, though, but when he's playing in a good pace, it's very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, and we were actually talking about one of the questions on the Real Pool Talks last week with me and Federer, where they were asking who is the most improved players this year, and obviously Mickey Krause was at the top of the list, really taking a big leap this year, but I forgot all about Big V, the driver. His game has really stepped up, and he's taking it to the next level, Christina.
Yeah.
And I think a big portion of the reason why we've seen Big V's game take a jump has a lot to do with he's living in Chicago now and he's playing nothing but one pocket.
Yeah, and just generally playing more, because when he used to live back home in Ukraine, we only played a couple tournaments, honestly, like a year, like 6 times Euro Tour, 1 time European Championships. That's it. So it's I think Vitaliy apologize for making random balls.
I don't know why he's apologizing. That's what it is.
Something happened. Oh,
But
so
yeah, I think that's a big portion of the reason why his game has stepped up. I remember when he first came to the States, I told Federer, I'm like, man, he has a powerful break. He has a big upside. He was really good at running balls. He was a really good shot maker, but his cue ball was wild. His safety play was by far his weakest link. It was not even close. His kicking and his safeties were not very good, and we've seen both of those areas take tremendous leaps in the last year and a half to 2 years. And obviously, playing tough competition, practicing more, like you said, just playing more is going to help that. But the game of one pocket is what can really help you in the safety department, decision making, and kicking,
Yes.
banking.
And just generally, I think he just have kind of higher motivation to play his best to make money. Obviously, the situation is very tough for him for leaving the country, basically coming in nowhere, staying with us. Meanwhile, we're absolutely in the same situation.
Yeah,
So
a tough one for sure.
yeah, so when you add a little bit of grind in your life, then it's always positive, has positive impact on your game quality, I think, because you're kind of like more motivated to get better and be better in every aspect. And as you said, the competition in America is crazy. Even those like, weekly bar table tournament, they're not easy. There are a lot of
No,
players who can kick your butt. So
and especially a lot of the tournaments are handicapped now.
yes, so
And if you're going to gamble, which I think Big V's been doing a little bit of gambling, anybody's going to match up tight. Especially if you're one of the better players in the city like Chicago, he's not getting easy games.
no, yeah. So
So nonetheless, the driver is a player to watch for certain. And I've said it. I personally think on the WNT tour, I think Vitaliy has the best break. Not one of the best breaks. I think his break is the best break on the tour. Vitaliy Patsura.
yes, his 9-ball break is unbelievable. It's a very balanced combination between the power and accuracy. Because a lot of players can break hard, but not a lot of players can break hard and be as accurate with a cue ball as he is. And
He has
just
like the perfect draw
yes,
off the rail. It has like the perfect arc where he comes off of the one ball and he goes under the nine and then he comes back above it. He just has the perfect tempo and speed on the 9-ball break right now with the 9 on the spot. I've watched it for hours. If
yeah,
Federer could develop that break, he may never lose a match on the WNT tour.
yeah, it's true. Oh,
Well, I mean, unless he's shooting like this. I think you got a little fortunate here, Christina. I think
yeah.
Vitali may have to take on a cross corner.
Or if he sees enough 5, we'll just stop the cue ball behind the 9 and send the 5-ball 3-4 rails,
Yeah, that's a smart shot. But if he wanted to be offensive,
just like that.
stuck him up, didn't he? Oh, did you
Uh,
see that? Vitali was flexing on him too.
I know.
Walking off the table, staring him down all the way to the chair. That looked like Pia Filler when you played her. Man, I always, I'll say this. I always like watching you when you go play in the WPBA events because females are so freaking sassy when they play pool. It's unbelievable. Anytime, anytime I'm watching your matches at the WPBA or any of the
Wow.
professional events, females are just so intense, and especially against each other. Like the way they kind of carry themselves in the competitive environment in pool, it really is fun to watch.
Yeah.
I think it's a
For
little
me,
different
for me
than
as
men.
well.
You do too, yeah. You
Oh, I do too.
oh you mean mug. You don't even know it.
Well, this is actually what I actually wanted to even write a post about it because I get so many messages and I know a lot of people talk about me when I play pool and specifically about my face. They say I look very mean, I look very pissed and stuff like that. Well, here's the story.
I call it fierce.
Well, also, well, I have a very strong RBA, RBF, RBF, sorry. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I hit my eyebrow, like a little bit above, and it kind of like left a little how you say, like a gap,
Like a scar.
like not a scar, but if I try to relax my face, you could see clearly like here.
You have like an indentation,
yeah.
a permanent one.
So if I relax my face, then right away it's gonna look like I'm super super mean or angry because of my eyebrows. So that's why I'm just it's always like a mean face for me when I play pool, but or just generally relax my face. All right, it's a little safety ball here.
Yeah, but I think he missed it there. He left it over the side pocket, and that's no good when you're playing somebody that's good with the short cue. I think he wanted it to go down just a hair. But yeah, I always enjoy the WPBA female events. They're a lot of fun. And it was really cool to watch you in Louisville win at the rail yard.
It was very special for me as well because as you know, it's my hometown, and it feels just different. And Kyle is a good friend of us, of mine, and it's just. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, we're having some volume difficulties. Can you let us know in the chat if you can hear us?
I don't think it works.
Go now.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, that's better.
There we go. Sorry.
All right. Let us answer a couple questions in the chat here.
Yeah, let's make sure we get the score updated.
Yep.
And then
Go
we're
ahead.
Fire away with some questions for Christina.
So Vitaliy is playing with Predator Q. I think it's. Do you know which brand it is? Which one is it?
No, I don't. It's a good looking cue though.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna switch for Black series, the one that I'm playing with. I personally believe it's one of the best cues in the market. It's definitely one of the best cues that Predator has. I think it's ebony wood, and it gives you just unbelievable feedback in your hand. If you're somebody who likes that, this cue is definitely for you. And actually, talking about videos, if we're gonna do more videos together, we just filmed one video yesterday, and guys, it took us around 2 hours to film it. So please, whenever we're gonna post it, we would really appreciate you engaging with it, liking and sharing. It's a little bit just a funny video. So yeah, we're trying to work on that. But as you know, the schedule for us been unbelievably packed. We're traveling all the time, and it's been very hard to find time to do something for social media, like filming reels videos and stuff like that. So we'll be back home in December with a little bit more open schedule, and we'll try to film more videos. So yes, Allison is always how do you call that, like high class player. It doesn't matter if she wins or loses, she always keeps her grace. It's actually a very good image for women pool, I think, and she definitely has all my respect. Her and Callie always being super professional, friendly. So no, we never practice snooker. I think this game is driving me crazy. As you know, the table is a little bit bigger, and I'm very short, so it feels like at least half the balls you have to use an extension or the rest in order to reach the balls.
Uh-oh. You got a little fortunate there. Went in and broke him up and almost scratched, but he's actually perfect, Christina. Not the easiest of shots from the rail here.
No, but very natural position for the sixth ball, pretty much, if we get the picture the right way. Just make the ball. Was very close.
And if you're just in, they are racing to 10, playing 10 ball, racking for each other with the plastic rack or wooden rack. No templates today. Preparing for Puerto Rico. Christina's hoping that Federer gets into stroke because they are playing in the partners event. It's an invitation only, and it's packed. I believe the killer fillers are in it. I think Margaret and...
No, I don't think they got an invite.
Who?
Margaret and Tyler.
Really?
Margaret, yeah. So it's going to be Rubel and Ahmed going to play with Beato.
Oh, yeah, that's a good team.
Ocean, brother, sister. I think Chao Chu Yen playing with Chen Junling, I think.
That's a pretty good team.
Yeah, so honestly, every single team there is extremely tough. And Cal is playing Kazakis.
Which they make a good team. They won an event, right? Kazakis and Kelly?
I think they got third. I'm not sure. I think Choi Chen and Chen Junling won last year. Oh, this year in Federer Vegas Open. What would be your recommendations for a good beginner playing cue? Well, if you want to know my opinion, I would start with something not really super expensive. Something probably $300, $400, $500 cue. Because you don't really need a fancy cue in order to start playing, and it's not really affecting your bowling stroke that much. So, and as you can see here, actually Vitaliy made one ball on a side pocket. This is what every player basically aiming for, breaking from the side, trying to make this one ball in a side pocket.
Yeah, and this is our 7th rack. And that's only the second ball made on the break. So it's a very, very tough breaking format. Italy had to play tough position there on brand new cloth, and I think he got there. Might have gotten a little too straight, though. What's he going to do with the 4 ball? Does it go on the side?
This is 5 ball you're talking about. 4 ball is down the rail.
The purple and the pink always confuse
Oh,
me.
yeah. You have to watch out if you play Matchroom events and Predator events. This can definitely trick you.
Marcus said, nice break. It must be the hair. That or it's the power of the jorts. Gives you an extra 2 miles an hour on your swing if you're in blue jean shorts.
And with the hair like this.
There you notice, look at that. He's got a Chicago Black Hawks shirt. So he didn't even know it was a hockey team. He said he just saw the shirt, liked it, and bought it in Chicago.
Yeah.
He didn't know it was a hockey team. So just announced today, Christina, for all the viewers out there, Derby City Classic this year. Obviously, Federer's favorite event, and you've been a staple of the Derby City Classic for some time now. Big controversy last year, the last 2 years really, with the 9-ball event running deep into the late hours of the early morning of the final day, and the players becoming zombies because they're grinding so hard and they're having to play all day and all night. So Diamond announced today that they're extending the tournament 1 day, and then the final day is going to be coined Championship Sunday. They're going to play all 3 events, all 3 finals on 1 day of the Derby City Classic. So you'll have a 9-ball Banks final match, followed by a one puck finals match, and then obviously ending the day with the 9 ball. But the most important thing is the master of the table, or the all around champion, will be crowned on Sunday. And usually, um, by the time you get to the semifinals of the 9 ball, it's usually decided. But with all three events, the finals of all three events being on the final Sunday, it's going to be up in the air. So it's going to be a ton of drama. Crazy day. I mean, honestly, to me, I think it's going to be the best day in American pool. All three Derby City Classic finals on the final Sunday. What do you think about
Yeah,
that?
that's sounds really good, especially with people who are coming uh, from all over the world, all over the country. It's definitely a lot more exciting, and sometimes finals are being run so late, and not everybody can actually watch it because it's not everybody can stay in a room for 24/7, right?
Yeah. Well,
So it's going to be very exciting that we'll be able to witness all finals.
well, this is crazy. So 2 years ago, when Federer won his first 9 ball event at the Derby City Classic, obviously he's had a hell of a run at the Derby over the past few years, but his first 9 ball title, myself, my brother, and I think there were 3 or 4 other people in the stands, and I slept through the whole entire match. I watched the very first rack, and then I fell asleep. I laid across chairs and I fell asleep and didn't watch it. Not that I didn't want to, but I couldn't even stay up. And all I was doing was walking around and going and getting him coffees and going and getting him Snicker bars, and he was playing the whole time. So I can't imagine how tired he was. So this year,
But
much needed added day.
yeah, but there's something. Sometimes when you're super tired, there's almost like I don't know how you call it in English, but it's like second life coming into your soul,
Yeah.
and suddenly you're not sleepy anymore.
You're so tired that you're not
You're
tired.
not tired anymore.
Second wind.
Second wind. I'm sure everybody knows about, like, when you're super tired, sometimes it's hard to fall asleep. So it's kind of similar conditions when you're just too tired to fall asleep.
Yeah,
Wow.
nice shot there. But the Derby City Classic, such a staple in the United States, and really is um, indicative of what pool in the United States is. It's not just all about 9 ball here. And matter of fact, if you come to the United States and you're trying to play just 9 ball, you're probably not going to play much. Obviously, if you travel around, there's a big portion of the Midwest where bank pool is huge. Louisville being one of those big cities. Obviously, Federer came here at an early age and played a lot of banks, a lot of one pocket. If you travel outside of the Midwest, banks is not that popular, but there are pockets throughout the country where banks is widely played. But one pocket is really gaining a ton of traction, and then obviously finish it off with 9 ball. But Derby City Classic, the true test of strategy, skill, and overall endurance. And endurance is being the biggest part of it. And just watching, you see the youth prevail whenever the knowledge sets in. We saw what Filler did last year was unbelievable, and then the year before that, what Federer did was unbelievable. But I still think Federer has one title that he has not captured at the Derby City Classic, and
Bigfoot.
it's probably his strongest game. 10 ball
10 ball
on the
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. It's his strongest game, and it's the only title that he has not captured at the Derby City Classic. So you can guarantee he's going to be well prepared and doing everything he can to win that event. But as many know, it's 16 players, world-class players, is an invitation only. So players have to apply to get into the tournament, so not everybody can join. But in the past few years, obviously Shaw and Filler and SVB and Kachi has played in it, Cheng Jung Lin, just unbelievable players. And look at this. A little bit too much power there.
Yeah, he wanted to cheat a pocket again to create some angle for the 7 ball, because as you see, the 8 ball is laying on the other side of a table. Yeah, youth prevails, fitness. That's true. Like, I think in a lot of sports, And I think you could see that in golf, right? When Tiger Woods started to take it more serious, actually going in the gym, following the schedule. It's the same thing happening in pool, I think, all over the world, like any sport really, where people start to take it more serious and treating it as an actual job. So it's definitely also playing a big role in it. Healthy mind, healthy body.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're working out and eating right, it's going to be a big advantage in a tournament with the format like the Derby City Classic because it's
Exactly.
just so grueling and you play for so many hours and you're switching back and forth. A lot of people don't understand if you're an elite pool player to go. Just think about this scenario, Christina. If you're playing banks, so you're playing banks, you're hitting the ball a certain way. A lot of people don't understand that, but if you're a top level pro, there's certain strokes that you use playing banks that you aren't
Hmm.
using when you're playing nine ball. And then obviously, whenever you have to come with a bank while playing nine ball, you might bring in that stroke, but you're not getting into bank stroke. It's a different stroke. But for a player like Federer, let's just say you're getting into stroke, shooting the banks, and you're hitting the ball a certain way, and then you transition to playing on the big foot, playing 10 ball. Completely different stroke. Obviously, you're going from a 9-footer to a 10-footer, so it requires a different stroke. But then you introduce one pocket at the end of the banks. Now here comes one pocket. So just think about that. Think about how crazy that is. So in one day's time, you could be playing banks, one pocket, and 10 ball on the big foot.
Yeah, as everybody knows, obviously this event is just a different type of event. It's a big grind, and it requires everything you have, every physical and mental skills that you have. Um, so it's definitely not easy to do, and as you see some players who start good in banks, they don't play really good nine ball anymore because they're just done physically or mentally. So it's definitely one of a kind events, and I think everybody who plays pool should visit this event at least once in their life.
Well, you know what the other crazy thing is? Most people, when they first come to Derby City Classic, they do exactly what your dad did. Your dad came here and he's like, "Oh man, I can make it. I can't wait for this event." And they're all about it, so they practice really hard leading up to it, and they exert a ton of energy leading up to the Derby. And then the first day they get there, they're like kids in candy stores, and they want to gamble, and they want to do this, and they don't want to leave. And next thing you know, a big action match pops up, and they don't want to go to bed. They don't want to stay. They don't want to go home, or they don't want to go to the hotel room. They want to stay up and see who wins. So they bet 500 on one side, and they're sitting there sweating it. Next thing they know, they look at their watch, and it's 7 a.m., and they play at 10.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of compounds, and you really only have to do that one night at Derby to where it just catches up to you and it turns in and it just kind of unravels. But that's why you see a lot of players struggle late in the event because it starts to compound, it starts to add up. And it's not just about the matches you play, it's about the matches that you want to sweat. And the casino's right there. So you might just pop into the casino and play a little blackjack. And next thing you know, you had a couple Jack and Cokes and you're playing a slot machine and then you're upstairs gambling a little bit and then your match is up. And
Yeah,
it's
but
a
it's also
different
there is
thing.
some beauty in it. You know, it's just the whole vibe and atmosphere. It's almost kind of like you have to experience that. You have to stay
Oh,
up the whole night and then play in the morning. It's something I think you, again, as I said, you have to experience at least once in your life.
it
But if
makes you a
you,
better player.
yeah, but if you're there for like pool and it's not your first year and you're actually being serious about showing good results, obviously this is something not what you have to do, right? You have to try to go to sleep any minute possible. If you have
Yeah.
time in between matches, it's better to go lay down, rest, let your legs rest up.
I mean, listen, if you're Feder Gorst, if you're Joshua Filler, if you're Sky Woodward, if you're SVB, if you're one of the players that's in the hunt for the all around, it is as much about time management is.
Mm-hmm.
The event is as much about time management as it is about your overall ability to play the games. You have to rest when you get the opportunity to do it. And I think if you talk to any of the players that have competed and they've won that all-around title at the Derby City Classic, they'll tell you, yeah, I played unreal, but I was rested and my opponents weren't. A lot of those matches get handed to you late in those events because
Yeah,
your opponent's dead.
exactly.
Meanwhile, Patsura kicking the Ghost's ass right now. 6-3 is the lead. He has a racing to 10 here. And I tell you what, look at that. The four-railer goes down. So you notice he made the ball in the top left corner. That's the four-railer. And he made the one ball for the third straight break.
Yeah, so if you guys have an opportunity, you should definitely come visit, play, experience that, witness the event like this.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you've never been to the Derby City Classic, this year would be the best year ever to come because the Championship Sunday gives you the ability to watch all three disciplines in one day. Just come in for the final weekend. Check it out. Bring a pocket full of cash. Find you a player. Bring you a player. Match up. Gamble a little bit. Have some fun. Stay away from the casino. Michelle Griffin in the chat, loving the consistency of Mr. Patsura. Shout out to Michelle, doing a ton for pool, really supporting the pool scene here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes, thank you so much. Michelle was also sponsoring our WPBA event in Rail Yard, and she set up the most beautiful table in a players area for us that I've ever seen. So many things. She was really trying to hard to create the best conditions for us, and she absolutely did. So I always like when people take their task so serious.
Yeah, I'm Vitaliy in a nice situation here to stick fed her up again, play a nice safety.
This is pretty good.
This is very good. Got close to the rail. Tricky little spot here. I think he's going to have to kick. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think he can jump.
He's going for the short cue. He is going airborne. These balls are quite the distance away from him, and the two ball being close to the rail. Be careful here. He could. Oh, he's jump kicking. He is jump kicking here. He's called the two in the bottom right. I love it. I was going to say, if he was jumping straight at that, good chances of flying off the table, but Mr. Gore's shown us what he likes to do best, which is go airborne. Well, he needs it right here, Christina.
Oh, he missed it just a hair.
I tell you what, Vitaliy better slow down. He's going to kill all of his action.
Yeah, somebody was asking if my dad's gonna come this year. I think, yeah, he will come for the Derby again. It was not the plan. He wanted to go to Thailand to have a beach vacation, but you know how pool and Derby can be addicting.
There's no way
2
he's
weeks in
missing
paradise, yeah, it's not good enough in compare with Derby City. So
Derby. I'm sure your mom would be okay if he came here and she went to Thailand to the beach.
yeah. Well, Federer's not sharp tonight just because, first of all, he's doing streams every day at like 9 a.m. I don't know if you guys witness any of his streams, but he's trying to develop, his TikTok page and generally bring more interest in pool. So he's doing those live streams. And then he was sitting here in the room for two hours probably trying to set up the stream. I have no idea how he deal with all those chords and figuring out the stream. Like it's too much for me. But yeah, he's been really trying to dig deeper in that and figuring out everything on his own. So yeah, he didn't really have much practice time as Vitaliy, as we saw.
Yeah, Big V was on the table hitting balls, but nonetheless, this Federer has missed a few balls, but it's really been about Vitaliy's break. He's really found the break here.
Yeah, it's tough if you only come back to the table trying to kick or to jump, especially if you're not getting good rolls after that. Nothing you can do really.
And Vitaliy really hasn't made any mistakes. Share this stream on TikTok, they say. Well, Federer is on TikTok every morning at 9 a.m. when he's home. So
Yeah, I
he's
don't
trying to
know.
show some love to YouTube.
I don't know how he does all that being on the road. He just probably just, kind of enjoys that.
Oh, he got 7. 7-3 is the score here. Runaway train is Vitaliy. Federer's getting a lot of practice, just not at the table. He's getting a lot of practice racking the balls. I think Federer got a little chilly. I see he put on that light hoodie. And if you're a Federer Gorse fan and a supporter out there, take a peek at that hoodie. That's the lightweight hoodie. It will be dropping on his website, federgorseshop.com. You can go out there and check it out. He's got some cool merch out there right now. Obviously some limited edition shirts surrounding the Gorse Slam, where he won 3 major titles this year, back to back to back. Make sure you get out there and check that out. I think there's a bundle for $65. You get 2 shirts and a signed poster, personalized in whatever fashion you want. You can get him to say whatever you want. $65 for all 3. What a deal. federgorseshop.com. Make sure you go check it out.
Yeah, the hoodie he's wearing, he's very proud of this hoodie. Trust me, guys, he does not take it off. It's very good quality. And he travels in it all the time, and it's very great material. And we washed it many times already, and nothing comes off. So yeah, if you're a fan, this is really high quality product. And saying from an insider, he spends a lot of money into quality, and it's not really. Jason knows it's not really about making money, but just generally showing some love to fans, and again trying to grow pool, even through little things like this, having your own merch, right? It all helps build your brand, and so yeah, it's more for generally building the brand than actually making money out of it.
Yeah, it's more of an investment, isn't it, Christina? Definitely not a money-making venture. Spends a lot of time trying to build his brand, as he's doing right now, playing in front of you guys, getting his butt kicked. 7-3. Really needs this rack.
Seems like he's straight in on the 6 ball. Probably will have to draw with the spin.
And he did that perfectly, and that's not tough to gauge. That's very, very tough to gauge on this slick cloth.
Yeah, it was pretty good with good angle. Probably he can just stop the ball and play the 8 ball in the same pocket.
And he did just that. 3 balls away from cutting the lead to 3. Take a peek at Federer's break. And we get to see Vitaliy's hair up at the rack, the best angle. Dang, missed the 8. We spoke too soon.
Yeah, that happens a lot of times on shots like this. New clothes, you try and kind of slow roll the ball, and for some reason you always end up undercutting. I don't know if you've noticed that or not.
Yeah.
So I feel like almost you have to overcut it in advance. I don't know, compensating the cloth or what, but
And this got away from him a little bit. That wasn't easy in the corner, as deep as it was, Christina. And he's in
hmm
trouble here. He does not have to make this ball on this table.
we want to see Federer's dance move, guys. If you want to see all his dance moves, you have to
Watch his TikTok at
watch
9
his
a.m.
TikTok at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's going live on TikTok every morning. Christina's. Where are you? You're in the gym?
Yeah,
in the gym?
I'm just trying to, cook the breakfast, hit the gym, warm up for my further practice. So, in the gym, stretching. Yeah, Federer indeed has a very business mind, as somebody mentioned in the chat. I can't find it anymore. Um, and I think this is honestly the right thing to do for every player with a big name, trying to build up your brand to where it's gonna work for you, and you don't have to, grind all your life, because you guys all know pool is a grind. So I think it's must do for every top player trying to monetize their name as much as possible, because you will not be on peak all your life.
Well, the other thing is obviously money in pool's gotten a little better. Obviously, we see quite the controversy happening right now between WPA and WNT. You don't know how long it's going to last. You don't know how long the $400,000 plus dollars a year is going to happen in pool. But not only that, with all the extreme travel, cost, but really the young talent that's coming up. If you look at it, you see really how Federer emerged into the game. You see what happened with Filler, just took it by storm. With the access to the amount of pool that there is with YouTube and all the different things, and the instruction that's available and the equipment that is out, it's not really a game you can play into your 50s and keep winning at that rate. So you have to develop a brand, and that's what Federer's working hard to do. Obviously, we know like Efren Badareus, unbelievable brand, right? He would never have to hit another ball in his life, and he could just travel around to pool halls and do exhibitions and sign merchandise and shake hands and kiss babies and get paid to do it. But Federer's definitely putting himself in a situation to where, as he gets older, he'll be able to do the same, because he's treating it like a job, he's treating it like a sport, but also he's treating it like a business, and that's what's so important. Doing
Yeah,
an
and
unbelievable job at it.
obviously thanks to you guiding him and us in always in the right direction. Somebody who come from the business and having this business mindset. But yeah, it's just something that players have to do on their own as for right now, because any other top player athlete, they have somebody who's doing that for them. But
Right.
as you see, everybody does that. Every tennis
LeBron
player.
James is not building
Yeah,
his own brand, but in pool, there's
absolutely.
not enough money, so
It's
the
not
player
enough
has to
money.
do it.
Yeah, so you have to come up with those things on your own, or be smart enough to find somebody who's going to help you, just as Federer did. So,
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, just think of this though. If you're a pool player and you want to be top level pool player like Federer is, or like you are, you have to spend a ton of time practicing. So that's your full-time job, and then your part-time job is building your brand.
yeah,
So there are no 8-hour days if you're Federer Gorst or
no,
Christina Tkach. There are no
that's
8-hour days.
that's true. It's that's why it can be so exhausting, and it really wears you out, because there's no switching off your laptop, going back home and chilling out. It's just it's yeah, it's a constant grind. You always, when you're not practicing, you're not playing. You're thinking about how to get better in your game, how to make more money, how to build a stronger brand, and it's just never ending hustle. It's like owning your own business.
It's worse.
Yeah, it's
Trust me, it's way worse than owning your own business.
yeah, but kind of.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, you're exactly right. It's sun up to sundown. Everything you do has got to be about either developing your game or developing your brand. Obviously, you have to develop the game you have to develop a winning game to even be able to have a brand to develop.
exactly.
So that comes first. But then once you build a name for yourself and you win some titles and you do some things and you accomplish things like you and Federer have, both at very very young ages, then it's about the brand
Yeah,
and
and
doing right by the sport.
yeah, it's obviously maintaining your level as high as possible, trying to play your best, trying to cope with all the traveling, and this is what I get a lot of comments on that, saying how lucky we are. It must be great to be you, which is true. I would never complain, but it's also very tough to travel every week, and that's what people don't realize. When you
Mm.
travel once a month, even once a month, like right, most of people traveling like once in a couple months, they love it. It's amazing. It's new adventure. It's new memories, whatever it is, emotions. But when you're traveling every week, and it's not about going to sightseeing, another
Look
great
at this shot.
shot by Federer. It's about trying to find somewhere to practice, try to find good food to eat, trying
That's
to
the
get
toughest
rest.
thing.
Yeah,
That's the toughest thing,
and the
traveling.
worst thing is a jet lag because when we travel to New Zealand, it's 19 hours difference, right? And you just at some point you're just waking up and you have no idea where you are, which
4
planet you are.
a.m.
It's
It's
4
4
a.m.
a.m.
You wake up, you're so tired, and you have to play your best game. And if you don't play your best game, you have to work your ass off, try super hard to figure out, because it's on you to figure out how to play your best game when you feel like shit. So, and on
Yeah.
top of that, we don't get paid to show up like a lot of people.
No,
So,
you lose money if you show up and don't play great.
exactly. So,
So that's the tough. It's the additional pressure, but really the travel. A lot of people don't understand being a professional pool player. Obviously, if you're Federer, Gorse, or Christina, it's a better life than the average person, but it takes a ton of dedication, a ton of traveling,
and
and
just more responsibility
yeah.
again,
But the
because
traveling is brutal. It really
traveling.
is. It's fun until it's not. And you guys are both young. Can you imagine being like Johnny Archer and trying to be on the road and grind? I mean, or even SVB. I mean, look, I mean, obviously SVB's not old, but to be on the road like that all the time, he's not young. And obviously, the older you get, the tougher it is to adjust to the jet lag, the tougher it is to be well rested, the tougher it is to put
Yeah.
down 12-hour days.
Unless you're either really dedicated, I think, as both me and Federer are, or you just addicted to that kind of lifestyle. Because I've been talking to Callie Fisher about it, and she just said she's someone who cannot sit home doing nothing. He just can't be on one spot for more than a day. So this kind of lifestyle fits perfectly because you just always up
On the
for
move.
you're always in the move. And I know, like, for instance, like Christina Zlateva, a good friend of mine, she's kind of the same. She likes to travel, she likes doing things. I'm more of a homebody. I like my own
Mm,
regime. I like to sleep on my bed. I like to eat the same thing every day. You know how I
right.
am. I
Av-
like to make my little salad.
Avocado toast, some
Yeah,
salad.
I just love doing it. So this when you're like this type of personality, it's even tougher for you to have a lifestyle that we do. So, but again, no complaining, but there's always other side of a coin. Whatever you see, all this on the money board, how much you're making, but again, you don't know how much there's, behind spending, and generally how much of a hustle it is.
Yeah, and another miss by Federer there. I think he may have gotten away with it, though. I think the four ball's covered up. So maybe a little fortunate there. But yeah, being a professional pool player is a great thing, but it is a heck of a grind. And not always going to great places. And that's the other thing. If you're a professional pool player and you're trying to grind in the United States and you're going from bar to bar, playing in bar table events and eating crappy food and being around not the highest of class of people, it is a challenge. and it is very, very tough. I can promise you that it is tough, tough action
Yeah.
to be on the road in the U.S.
But I think it's also we didn't really experience it in the full because we still grew up in a little different environment where everybody takes it super professional, super serious, gym, healthy eating. It's kind of something that we did from being juniors. Oh,
Mm.
it's very unlucky. It was a tough shot to play, but yeah, in America it's very different. It's smoky pool rooms. It's
Fried food.
fried food, and speaking openly, it's very weird, creepy people sometimes that you don't want to hang around with. And not even talking about gambling with them or, you know, being around them all the time.
Well, that's the thing. If you walk into a pool room in the U.S., somebody's trying to do something. Somebody's trying to get into your pocketbook, or in your situation, might be trying to get somewhere else. And you never know what their motives are. Sometimes they're just a fan, right? But other times they're trying to bust you. They're trying to get money. They're trying to do something
Yeah, but
shady.
yeah, well, generally when you're leaving off hustling someone or, you know, trying to create a good game for yourself by, you know, talking shit to someone, it's just, you know right away it's not really high quality people.
Yeah.
So, all right. Vitaliy actually played pretty good position for the four, considering where the four ball was located. And I don't think he covered entirely the four ball. I think Federer can see a little bit.
What did he call there? Did he call the 10?
We'll see.
He called the 4 twice. He's banking at 2 rails, trying to get some cover. I think it's going to leak on him, though.
Yeah, again, a little bit too hard.
Yes, Christina will be going to the Derby City Classic. She always does.
Not always, but since I live here.
Well, you used to come before. You came to
Yeah.
a couple before you even lived in the States.
Oh, so he could not see four ball entirely. Okay.
He might have given up a shot here. Not an easy one, but I can't tell if he can see it, or he can at least go rail first and flick it.
Well,
Maybe
based on
nothing
his
offensive, but
based on his body language, I think Federer can pot the four ball. Yeah.
yes, he can. But
Is it too hard again? All right, perfect. Yeah, whenever I used to come to Derby, I used to drive from Virginia, which was 13 hours drive. So whenever I came to Derby, I was already exhausted before even Derby
yeah, you
started.
don't want to be tired before the Derby. That's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah. So I'll be there, sweating some Federer matches, playing 9-ball aim banks. I'm not gonna play 8-ball. One pocket. I don't think anybody wants to see that, including me.
You're not that terrible at one pocket. You can play it a little bit. You can get to round 5, which is the money round at Derby City Classic.
Probably, but yeah, it's just too much.
Yeah, and a good call out there in the chat. Seats and entries go on sale for the Derby City Classic tomorrow at derbycityclassic.com. Make sure you go get entered in. Don't forget tomorrow, Christina.
Yeah, I actually have it in my Google Calendar, so
At noon Eastern Standard Time, it will be live. Nice
Also,
control there.
yeah. Also, we'll have a player, a very famous player, coming back from a long break back in America. His name is Ruslan Chinahov.
One of my favorite.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you guys know or remember him.
Do you guys remember Ruslan?
A very, very tall guy with crazy, long, smooth stroke. So he will be finally back playing Derby City this year, and I think just that worth going to Derby City just to watch him playing. It's always fun.
We're gonna try to get him in the Bigfoot this year. I remember the first year he came. This is a true story about Ruslan. I'll never forget. The first year he came from Russia, obviously, and he played in the Bigfoot. And I watched his first match, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy? He's unbelievable. He was spinning the ball, just dancing all around the table. I mean, the cue ball was. It was a beautiful thing to watch Ruslan. He's so exciting, especially if you're betting on him. He's one of the most exciting players to watch because you never know. His cue stick comes all the way out of his bridge.
Yeah.
And his break is literally like a sledgehammer. It's unbelievable. When Ruslan finds the break, there's not a better 10-ball breaker in the world. I can guarantee you that. But I'll never forget, I was in the action room at the Derby City Classic, and Ruslan and a couple people that he was with, I'm not sure who it was, they said, we'll play anybody in the building 10-ball. Anybody. We don't care who they are. SVB, whoever it is, step right up. The Russian's here to gamble.
Yeah, he
I'm like,
loves to gamble.
Who the hell is this guy? Does he know where he's at?
He played Oscar, I think 2019. They played best of 3.
This was before that. This was a couple years prior to that. But he played Oscar right off of the plane, and he lost.
Who?
Ruslan.
Well,
At the Derby.
Yeah, at the Derby, but they also played a big match,
they played a
if you
big.
remember.
They played a big match.
I think it was like 50,000 in the middle or something.
I thought that was a little bit lopsided. I think Oscar got a little too big for his britches on that one. Ruslan was. I mean, Oscar is obviously a great player, but Ruslan was in his glory days was world class.
Yeah, he's again, as you said, a little bit inconsistent, but when he's in the stroke, nobody can beat him.
That
He's
10-ball break.
Yeah,
Go
any
to
break. It's
yeah.
just whenever he catch the gear, it's not possible to stop him. That's why somebody actually gave him a nickname as Siberian Express, like a train that does not stop. So.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Ruslan, a great guy and an unbelievable player to watch. So he will be coming back to the Derby City Classic this year. I'm really excited for that. Ruslan's one of my favorite players. He really is he's one of the most exciting guys to watch, and he loves playing patterns to the side pocket too. That's one thing I've noticed with him, and he spins the ball a ton.
He loves to put a lot of spin on the ball. That's true. When like you watch Federer's playing, it feels like he almost never puts the spin on. You know, it's almost always center ball, stun shot, or...
He's always trying to not spin the ball.
Not spin the ball, but Ruslan is opposite. He always tries to look for opportunities to put a lot of spin on the ball. Uh-oh.
I think he's going to be okay here.
It's very close.
Living a little dangerously.
Yeah. It feels like Federer is still kind of not used to the table speed.
It's fast on him for sure.
Very fast.
Nonetheless, looking to cut the lead to 2. Looking to get to 6 here. We are racing to 10. If you're just now tuning in with us, this is Jason Sword and Christina Tkach. Hoping that our commentary can entertain you like the pool players are. And Vitaliy better watch out, Christina.
Yeah, it looks like comeback.
Comeback City. Time for a poll. Who thinks Federer's making a comeback on the set? Yeah, put your predictions in there. Who do you think's winning this set? Federer, the driver. And what do you think the final score will be?
I'm wondering if they're going to play after that. Do you think they're going to play something else?
I think Federer said they're going to do some different things. Maybe they're going to play a race to 10 ball, and then maybe do some practice stuff. I know for all you viewers out there, Federer's going to be doing a giveaway on the stream after this race to 10. Not sure how long after the race to 10, but he did make the one in the side there, Christine, and that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, it just flies in. No position for the 2-ball, though. I'm pretty sure he can see the 2-ball, but can't pocket it.
But yeah, I know he's going to be doing a giveaway, and he's doing a ton for anybody that subscribes to his Federgorst Facebook page. Gives you the ability It's $5 a month, but it gives you the ability to get exclusive drops and the first opportunity to buy any limited edition stuff. But he's also been doing a ton of giveaways, basically taking all the money that he's earned and just giving it back to his biggest fans. So that's pretty cool. We were 5 lucky winners on the Real Pool Talks podcast that we had last week, Christina. So if you are a true Federgorst fan, make sure you get out there and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Check it out for $5 a month. He's also going to be doing some streams that are only available to his subscribers, where he's going to be walking through some of his practice regimen and just doing some fun interactive stuff. So make sure you get out there and check that out and get all the exclusive drops of his limited edition content and the first ones to know about anything new that he creates. Obviously, Feder's doing a ton of stuff, creating new cues with 6060, working on the jump cue, working on the plane cue. You see the hoodie that he has on. He also did the Gorst Slam merch. He's always signing different cue balls and 9 balls and 10 balls depending upon what event he's in. So he's doing limited editions in those when he wins events. So make sure that you get out there and subscribe. All right, Feder. Looking to cut it to 1 here, Christina. But not looking comfortable at all, is he?
Yeah, he seems like he's struggling a little bit.
But we haven't seen much of Big V as of late. Feder's really had him sitting down. He got a little short there, didn't he? A little steeper than he had wished. He really wanted to be kind of straight, just straight in. Not sure. I think he's fallen a little short.
Or opposite. Maybe he wanted to play it for a side.
Nice recovery there.
Yeah. I was always impressed how confident he's shooting in the side pocket shots like this, you know. Usually if you hit it just a little bit off center, it might, wobble and get out of the pocket. Versus when you try to like smooth it in, there has more chance, even if you hit it inaccurately, to go in. So
all right, so Feder cutting the lead to 1 there.
by the way, let us know, guys, how do you like our setup on the background? I've put a lot of effort.
It's very feng shui.
I've put a lot of effort into making it look as good as possible.
I think it looks great. Christina.
Yeah, I think
Especially the plants.
plants is the best part, I think.
The plants are the best part. The picture of you is great.
Yes.
The pink light, I don't really know. It's
Why
not really
not?
my style, but I think it's cool. I think it's great for the stream. Feder's doing a little dance. Look, he's bebopping all the way back. And here we go.
Yeah.
Rack number 16. Feder Gorst to break. Needing 3 racks to win this race to 10. And if you want links to Feder Gorst's social media, just go out to federgorst.com, scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll be able to see his contacts and how you can connect with him on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I saw some people asking for links to his social media. Just go out to federgorst.com, and those links are available to you. Big V to the table.
Yeah, he has an open shot on the 1 ball. It's not super easy because of all the traffic on the other side of a table, considering the 1 ball has pretty big angle. Yeah, he has to slow roll it like this.
Nice control there.
Very good.
He's living dangerously.
He's been sitting in the chair for quite some time now. Let's see if he can use this chance to go on the hill.
Arthur said it looks like a girl decorated it. Come on, Arthur. Guys can decorate too.
Guys, you should have seen how we were bringing those plants back home from where would you buy it?
I think you bought it at like Home Depot
No,
or.
no, 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 in Sam's Club. Sam's
Ah,
Club. So we bought a lot of things, and then we were originally going there to buy those plants, and then Feder saw a new grill, and he's like, "Why would we get a grill?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know if our car can fit everything, so we end up buying and grill and those plants, and in order to like bring them back, we had to open our um,
sunroof.
sunroof.
I remember you had the plant sticking out
Yes.
the sunroof.
And I was calling, we were calling you to ask, is it even legal to drive like this?
Yeah,
Because
I
it was also
remember that.
raining. So
Yeah, you're
it
all
was
right.
quite a trip.
Nobody's gonna pull you over for having a plant sticking out of your roof.
Yeah.
Man, some nice position play by Vitaliy so
Yeah.
far. His cue ball's really been on a string. Definitely appears that he's had more table time on this table than Feder. That's clear. Much more control of his cue ball.
Yeah, Kenneth is, if I'm pronouncing the right way, asking about how tough it is to be separated, considering both of us having a different schedule. It's definitely not easy, but I also believe that if you want to have a successful relationships, long lasting, it's not a bad thing when you spend some time separated from each other. And I actually really enjoy being by myself sometimes. So, just fall into again your routine, take care of things that's important for you.
Every single married man that's listening to the stream right now is shaking their head. Yes, I need a little alone time. Let me get away from my wife a little bit.
Yeah,
I wish that I could travel to Puerto Rico.
I think everybody needs that, women and men, and
Yeah, but men are more likely to admit it.
because women have a tendency of being like codependent on their men sometimes, and kind of like building up your whole world around your husband or kids, which is not a bad thing, obviously. We're all different, but for me personally, I just feel like I have a lot of things going on my own, same trying to build up the brand, um, and trying to succeed in my own career and develop myself as a person and my personality as well. So in this case scenario, it's very important to have your own time to kind of like reflect on everything that happened, long travels again. So yeah, I think everybody needs some time separated from your partner.
A little separation is good, and Vitaliy got just that. Getting to the hill first here in our race to 10. 9-7's the score. I think that one's dry as a bone. Feder really going to take advantage here. He has to win this rack. Cannot lose another one. No more missed balls for Mr. Gorst if he wants to win this race to 10. You can tell they're trying hard. Did a little dance, but he may have danced too soon.
It's never too soon to dance, I think.
That's true. Just do a little dance. Let it out.
Yeah, the rack looks pretty wide open. I think 5-ball passes the 8-ball, so there should be no real problems.
Well, he might have created one. He
Yeah.
ran into the 5-ball there, and to your point, may have not needed to. And he's going to play a little safe here. Very containing shot. We'll see what Vitaliy draws up. Maybe he's talking a little shit there. You like that? I think he called him a Darla. Like, why are you playing safe there, Darla? You shoot.
Yeah, as you see, they actually, even though it's a friendly match, they both taking it pretty seriously. Because again, they're trying to get ready for Puerto Rico big tournament. Oh,
Little smoochy, smoochy.
sounds like Federer's not happy.
Some of that big V energy right there. Look, he's got Federer scratching his nugget. Like, what the heck am I going to do here? I think we're going to see a 2-rail kick. And this
You
is
can actually
not.
make it.
Yeah, but it's not a huge ball coming in at this angle.
No.
And it's really, really tough to get any kind of separation unless you hit it hard. And when you're kicking multiple rails, you do not want to kick hard, especially on new cloth. This is tough, tough action here, Christina. He's probably a favorite to hit the ball, but he's also a favorite to sell out a shot. Look at that. He missed it by a lot. That's the new cloth and the speed. Really tough to gauge how it's going to slide off the second rail. See if Big V can clean them up here.
When shit talking goes wrong. That's true.
Is that what they said? There it is.
Yeah, well, Vitaliy with ball in hand and wide open table to win this race to 10. Probably, as you said, they're going to play some other game, maybe 9-ball. If they're not, both of them, too hungry for dinner.
Well, you know Big V's hungry. If you guys don't know Vitaliy, man, he eats more than any person I've ever seen in my whole life. Every time I see him eat, I'm like, are you eating for 3? Where does all that go?
And the good thing about him, he eats whatever you're going to cook.
Oh, he'll eat it all.
And he really likes, the homemade food, all those borscht and like our national dishes. Whenever he used to stay with us, he was very excited whenever I would cook something home.
He likes that beet soup.
Beet soup.
That's borscht, right?
Yeah. Very famous. It's still a lot of debates, actually, seriously, between Russia and Ukraine trying to figure out whose dish it is, Russian or Ukrainian.
It's both.
It's both, but our culture is just, we have the same cultural code, as you would say that. It's almost same people, just a little bit different language, same mindset, same looking people, like Portuguese and Spanish probably. So we have a lot of things in common.
And he fell almost straight here, and I think he's okay with it, but he would like to be able to get away from the rail. You may see him try to draw back to the side pocket here if he can't get away from the rail.
Yeah.
Ooh, that pocket is eating them up. And
I had this feeling whenever you like that uncomfortably straight on the 9-ball and it's close to the rail.
I was surprised that he didn't decide to give himself an angle and just come across.
Yeah.
He had the ability to do that. Chose to get exactly straight.
Well,
and this is not the easiest of positions on brand new cloth, Christina.
Yeah, you don't want to follow the shot.
I think he's done pretty well.
Yeah. But it was more probably like a stun follow thing. Because usually whenever you play follow, especially when you try to put some speed on, it's just going to slide and stay. Oh, no. Look at that.
Did he just miss that ball?
He did.
Unbelievable. He must be hungry.
Yeah, tired and hungry. He woke up very early today.
So you're saying there's a chance. Not anymore. And Vitaliy. What? Oh, he's banking in 4 rails. He's being a shithead. All right, and that's all, folks, in our race to 10 here. Vitaliy Patsura is the winner. We appreciate you all tuning in with us. This is Jason Sword and Christina Tkach. I know that Federer's gonna jump back in and do some other stuff, so he's gonna jump in here in a second and talk to you guys about what he's gonna do. So I'm gonna hop out.
Нет, я ухожу. Alright, guys. Thanks for listening my Russian English. I hope you enjoyed that, and see you in Puerto Rico if you're gonna watch us live. Have a good night. Как замьютить? Вот тут?
What's up, guys? What do we have? 300 people watching? That's definitely not TikTok. But we're trying to grow YouTube. We're trying to grow. Let me see. Oh, there you go. That wasn't the best. That wasn't the best set of my life, was it? But it's all good. It's all good, guys. Let's see. Let's see what we have in here. Vitaly's practicing. Thank you. Thank you. No, it's not over. It's not over yet, guys. We just played one set. We're not trying to finish it in 1 hour and 40 minutes. No way we're doing that. We're playing more. What are we doing? Yeah, I disagree. YouTube is definitely not better than TikTok. That's why I stream on TikTok most of the time because, YouTube is dying slowly. Look at this guy wearing the Vietnamese hat. Oh, God. All right. What are we doing next? Do you guys want us to play 10 ball again, or do you want us to mix it a little bit? I feel like I'm talking too loud, but I may be wrong. Yeah, I wasn't listening to what they were saying. Yeah, he's always punking me. That's why he's here. That's why he's here. Let me remove Jason Sorts. Name. Boom. Boom. There you go. And also, what I will be doing on this live stream as well is I will be picking 5 random Facebook subscribers. So I'm trying, I don't know, guys, if you see that or not, but I'm trying to focus more and more and more and more on social media, on my personal brand. The last 3 months been really busy, really. And yeah, so I created a subscription page on Facebook, mostly for the American audience, because I feel that's something that will be more interesting for the Americans. But I already have some Vietnamese in that group as well. So what I'm doing there is I'm doing weekly giveaways, and also I'm doing some content that you can't find on my normal on my main Facebook page. Not as much for now, but I'm trying to grow and I'm trying to learn with those live streams. As you can see, I'm trying to improve the streams. I'm trying to learn how to make them better, what content everybody appreciates more. And I definitely found something that my Vietnamese audience appreciates. Every morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, we're doing the stream on TikTok. And, for 7 days straight, I did have, 4,000 people watching every single time live. And that's at peak, but, the last 4 streams, I had over 100,000 views in 2 hours, which is good. And, that's where I'm trying to get with YouTube. But, I need to find something that will be more interesting for the American audience, because probably that's a different format. That's why I'm trying to switch here and there. I'm trying to, start gaming streams and yeah, thank you for the layout. It took me almost 3 hours to set it up today. Thank you, Lawrence. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you. What is the mark of your jump cue? Venom Clash is asking. I'm jumping with the Hyper Jump Cue by Triple 60. But at the same time, I'm testing other prototypes because we're always trying to develop and improve our product that we're playing with. And to be fair, I have at least 60 different prototypes in that room where Vitaliy is hitting balls right now. What do we need to do on Facebook? So, and today I will be, I didn't finish it. Today on Facebook, I will be picking, here, oh, sorry guys. I will be picking 5 random Facebook subscribers from that subscription page that I have. I have like 56 subscribers right now. It's $4.99 a month, and you get to enjoy all the perks that I mentioned before. I will be picking 5 random winners for the signed Billiard Digest magazine. I think we're gonna do it after the next set that we play with Vitaliy. The only problem is I need to figure out how am I gonna do the score. I may take the laptop with me downstairs. I think I'll figure it out. What weight and tip diameter are you playing with? Right now, honestly, it's changing every single month, and I feel bad, replying to people that, it's going to be different next month. I can almost bet, because I'm testing so many different cues, so many different shafts that it's never consistent. Right now, it's about 20 and a half ounces with the extension and 19 without. And the shaft that I play with is also a prototype, of course. It's a 12.6. Hey, good morning, Vietnam. We have some Vietnamese. Wow. Incredible. Okay, guys. I don't know if did somebody reply. Oh, Ashley is in the chat. Ashley Sherwood. She's on my TikTok streams every single morning. Appreciate you, Ashley, for tuning in to all of my streams. I don't know if anybody else is doing the same, but Ashley, I definitely see Ashley. She's always there. Scratch pull. All right, guys, let's be serious. Something serious. If you want to watch something funny, like I said, 9 o'clock Eastern in the morning, 2 hours of fun, guaranteed. Right now, especially after me losing that set, no. I'm trying to win it back. What are we doing? I need your responses, guys, in the chat, please. And today, also, we posted a Hoi An vlog from Vietnam. Let me show you guys. This one right here. Hoi An, exploring the ancient city of Vietnam. We went there when I was in Vietnam, and I think I was out of the tournament, or it was in between. Ashley, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. And we just posted a video on YouTube. If you haven't watched, it's a shorter one. We're also trying different formats for the vlogs, because I think that's another, another part of videos that the American audience appreciate. Because I'm still trying to figure out the American audience. What do you guys like? What do you guys like to watch? I think number one is what the Americans like to watch is gambling matches. But before, it's also I think the audience will come as long as you do it every week. Like if there's consistency. I see you guys trying to say we play straight pool. Make it straight. We're not playing straight pool. No straight pool. Sorry, guys. It's the most boring game ever. We're not doing that. Eight ball, bank the eight, one pocket, rotation, one pocket, 10 ball rematch. Why don't we make a poll? Why don't we make a poll on YouTube? I think that'll be easier. 1 second, guys. It will take me probably a minute to set it up, but I think I can do it. And while I'm setting it up, you can let me know what content and what do you want to see on my streams. Like, I heard some people wanted me to be like mic'd up, running out, talking through the shot, what I think, stuff like that. And I think that's a cool idea. Okay, there you go. Here are the options. I think the poll should have been posted. I don't see it. Do you guys see it? Do you see it on your end, guys? I think my chat is not working, or you guys just not reacting. I loved your commentating on your own match with against Bustamante. Thank you, Ashley, and I think that's something that I will be doing more and more and more and more. There you go. Now we have it. Now we have the poll. I see it. Uh-oh, well, that didn't really help. I think we have a split for now. 30, 30, 30. Wow. Well, that didn't make it easier for me. Definitely didn't. 8 ball, 10 ball, 1 pocket. Well, I mean, we can play, what we can do, we can play a rack of 1 pocket, then we play a rack of banks, then we play a rack of 8 ball, and then I come back here and we decide which set we're going to play again. I suggest playing another 10 ball set since that's going to be the tournament that we're playing. Yeah, it was showing the 1 pocket as a winner. Now it's showing the 8 ball as a winner, and I think in a minute it will show the 10 ball as a winner. So it's definitely, I take it as a split because there's only 60 people that voted, and I think that's what we do. We play a rack of 1 pocket, then we play a rack of banks because I didn't include banks, and I think that will be something that you guys will appreciate watching. That way I can turn off the stream. Turn off the score. My bad. Sorry. And I will come back here and we decide what we do next. And I will pick those 5 winners from the Facebook subscription page, and I will talk more about the next plans for that page. How does that sound? Mic'd up during WNT matches would be interesting. Do you really think that's there is a possibility of that happening? We can't even stream the matches. One pocket race to 7. 8 happening. Ike. 8 happening. We play one rec. Okay. I decided what I do. I'm not asking you guys what we're doing again. We're playing one rack of one pocket, one rack of banks, and one rack of 8 ball. No, let's play, yeah, one rack of 8 ball. Whatever. Then we'll play 3 racks and we see who comes out as a winner. And I'll see you guys in a minute. And let me turn on to this one. And we don't need a score. Boom. And we don't need that. Perfect. Enjoy some raw pool with no score. A little bit of music. No commentary. Oh my god. Look at this golden break. Golden break, as Phil Yates would say. And I'll see you in a minute, guys. Bye bye. Sorry, guys. I just seen the comment that you didn't hear the sound of the room. Is the sound good now? Let me know in the chat. Is it better? Please, guys, say yes or no. Better room volume. Good. Perfect. C'è passare il ciasto? Какая победа, хорошая, быстро выиграли. Будешь говорить? Да. Рекламировать. А? Да, обучать рекламировать. Че? Хотя можно. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was muted. Yeah. Welcome back. How many people are still watching us? I don't know. I can see it somewhere. 257. Not too bad. Not too bad. And like I said, guys. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Too many wires here. What I will be doing is I will be choosing 5 random winners from my subscription page. Let me see. Yep. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set up a wheel like I did on the previous stream, and I will pick 5 random winners. Here is the Billiard Digest magazine, the latest one. I don't know if you can see it. Right here, yeah. And I signed it right here. 5 of those will go to my special subscribers on Facebook. Let me see if I have the wheel set up here. Sorry guys, it went too quick. The one pocket rack was no good. I sold out after the break, and then I sold out the next shot. that was it. Then the banks was a little bit more fun for me. I got to play a little bit, and yeah, the 8-ball is another game that I don't really like, because if you make the ball in the break, it's gonna be over most likely for pros. Yes, so I do have the wheel set up right here. I don't know if you can see it. No, it doesn't really. Oh, there you go. Now it does it. Now it does autofocus. So I have 56 subscribers here, and I will pick 5 of them. I'm gonna randomize a couple of times. There you go. 3 times. There you go. For the first signed Billiard Digest magazine. Who is our first winner? Let's see it. Who is it? Boom. Jim Broker. Number 23 in on my Facebook subscription page. Congratulations, Jim. I will be contacting you after the stream is over. Deactivate, and let's pick another 4. And another one. Fetter 10 ball fasted rack wins. Yes, we can do that. We can do that challenge. And the next one goes to Dalton Thompson, number 39. Congrats, Dalton. You just won a Billiard Digest magazine. And number 3. When will you return to Vietnam? Good question. Maybe in December, maybe. I'm not sure. Not quite sure yet. Oh, Joey Betts, number 13, is our 3rd winner for the Billiard Digest magazine. 2 more. 2 more. Nah, 8 ball is easier. You have multiple balls to choose from. Well, after the break, definitely. And the 4th one goes to Bradley Rhodes, number 22. Congrats, Bradley. You just won another Billiard Digest magazine. And the last one. The last lucky winner on this stream will be Hardy John, number 53. Congratulations, Hardy. You are the last winner for the signed Billiard Digest magazine. I will get in touch with all of you after the stream is over, and I will get it shipped tomorrow afternoon. I promise. So, let's chat a little bit, guys. We have 200 people watching. Not so many, but also not too bad. I didn't really market it, I guess, and it's been a while since we did those streams on YouTube. I'm trying to create more and more on YouTube, really, but it's tough to stay active on across all the platforms. What we can do next. Ashley is still here. You're a true legend. Ashley, we don't get quite the same feedback in the chat as we do with in the morning on TikTok. On TikTok, sorry, my brain is completely fried. It's been a long day. Okay, instead of playing, why don't we do a Q&A? Q&A for 10 minutes, and I feel like we can move on, and I can talk a little bit of what's coming in the next few weeks. So obviously I already mentioned it multiple times. We're all flying to Puerto Rico on the 8th, and the matches are starting on the 10th. We're playing with starting with Scotch doubles. Me and Christina are playing together. Vitaliy is playing with Wei, and then we're switching over to singles. We're playing the men's division, Predator Open, and Christina will be playing the World 10 ball, I believe. World 10 ball. And also we have a champion of champions between me, Josh Filler, and Carlo Billato, which will be exciting to watch. A lot of pool, a lot of tournaments. Definitely tune in to Predator's YouTube page and follow the tournament. Ike, have you been told the final Mosconi Cup pick? Well, maybe yes, maybe not. Even if I did, like, what can I say? Let's go, guys. Come on. Let's try to be a little bit more active. If you have your sound off, if you have your volume off, I understand. But everybody who's listening, come on. Let's do a quick Q&A. What are you looking for when working on your magic rack? Well, I want balls to be as tight as possible. I want it to look modern, stylish, sexy. I want it to be the best. That's how I want every product that I'm working on. I just don't want to create an average product and, just another magic rack on the market. Like, it's a magic rack. It's a piece of plastic on our podcast a few days ago. I mean, it's not good. I mean, politics is not good in pool, and right now it's really bad. Definitely the tournament is not going to be the same without him, and what happens, I'm not going to say what happens, when it happens, when the Americans are going to win, when we're going to win, there will be that excuse that can be created. He wasn't on the team, but what's happened is already happened. We can't really change it now, can we? I just hope that next year, everything will be stabilized and everything goes to normal, hopefully. When you go into California, whenever there's a big tournament, I will be there. Federer, when does the jump cue come out from 60? Ryan, it's been out for like 2 months, I think. What's the best solo practice routine for one pocket in your opinion? I think playing one pocket ghost is the best practice. And it's also challenging, competitive. You don't need a partner. What you do, you rack the balls, you break, you have ball in hand after the break, and you're trying to run out. Your goal is to run 15 balls. And, it's improving your ball running game a lot. And I think that's great. You can also play end game by yourself as well. It can be 1 balls, 2 balls, 3 balls, recreate positions. It's like chess. One pocket you can definitely practice by yourself. No, Vitaliy is good on his own. Honestly, guys, I'm a little bit tired. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I would much rather go play some Call of Duty right now, or go eat, relax, and I definitely should be fresh for my 9 o'clock stream tomorrow. What would you say? All right, I'm gonna answer the last question from the chat before I turn it off. Josh, Michigan Billiards is asking, what would you say is the most important part of a break in 8-ball on a 9-foot table? Any tips for putting a wing ball or corner ball more consistently? Thanks in advance. So, Josh, I think, it all depends on the tournament rules you're playing with, but it's a lot about racking. If you, my suggestion is to rack as tight as you can, and that gives you a better spread of the balls. And yeah, I think well, eight ball is very inconsistent. You can't really because it's racked with the triangle rack, and whenever it happens with the whenever you rack with the wood rack, you can't really control things. You know, if the rack is perfectly tight every single time, which is never going to happen, uh, then you can actually control the way the wing ball goes. You know, with the speed, with the spin on the cue ball. But what I do, I just break them as hard as I can, and I prefer breaking without any pop on the cue ball, just flat. Now, there's a big chance of me scratching, but I also feel like the balls are moving way faster, and also I'm getting more fortunate on the break. Who do you consider your toughest competition? Joshua Filler is the toughest competition because he is the toughest player. Easy question, easy answer. Call of Duty username. You don't want to know it. You don't want to know it. I'm not good. I'm not good for now. We're just trying to learn and play that game a little bit more. I've had PlayStation for over a year and I didn't really play. I only played Fortnite, and now I have that laptop that I'm streaming from, and it's sick. This laptop is sick, and I bought a Call of Duty. I'm playing with a controller, and I also bought a mouse. It's way tougher with a mouse for me, but I'm trying to get used to it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Ashley, you play Call of Duty too? You're on my streams and you want to play me Call of Duty? Damn. You know what, Ashley? I would. How do you get the pop? Is it like an angle, like a jump? Well, what happens, yes, the cue ball has to jump a little bit and then land before it hits the first ball and then jump again. So it kind of lands on top of it. That's why it goes on in the air. Okay, guys. Well, I appreciate all of you 200 legends for staying all this time watching the stream. If it was boring, please let us know, because it probably was, since there wasn't a lot of people watching. We planned on playing a lot more, and I would, but it's just not a lot of viewers for now. We're going to try to be more consistent, and for the future plans. What I'm trying to do next is, like a few people mentioned in the stream, that I should be commentating more matches like I did with Boosty. And I feel like it's going to be interesting, more engaging with the chat, more engaging with the fans, and there's a little bit of a learning process as well involved. So I'm trying to get permissions to use some of my videos from Matchroom tournaments and my tournaments in Europe when I was a kid. So I feel like it's gonna be pretty cool content. Also, I'm trying to stream every match that I play in Puerto Rico. Whenever I can, I will stream it. So definitely, if you are not subscribed to this channel, my YouTube channel, you definitely should. And what else? Gaming streams, I guess. It's fun. I don't have to play Call of Duty and Fortnite all the time. I also downloaded one horror game, and it will be fun. Play some games, interact with the chat. I already have regulars. In the chat. I see you guys. Hey man, constructive criticism. You did a Facebook subscriber giveaway which left out your YouTube viewers. Yeah, but it's different. I'm trying to promote it that way. So more people see that I have that paid page on Facebook that's related to giveaways. And if you want to join, then you go to Facebook. If you don't want that and you want more fun, then you go to TikTok. That's where I show those streams in the morning. And if you want some more of like a serious practice type of videos or match play, then you go to YouTube. I think that's pretty smart. No? Okay, guys. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks to everybody in the chat for staying active. And I will see you later. Bye bye.